Okay, I wanted to ask you about your education, if you don't mind. Tell me about your education. How far did you get, and how far did you get?
The fifth grade.
The fifth grade?
Passed the fifth grade.
Why didn't you stay in school?
Well, I stayed in school, but I wasn't going enough to do what I need to do, so I quit.
So you quit on your own? Was it because you had to go, you had to farm, or is it because
Well,
you just...
mostly farming too.
So you couldn't get your education because a lot had to do with farming?
Yeah, because we had to work around the house. We only go into school mostly when it rained. If it didn't rain, we had to work around in the field.
Also, y'all, I wanted to tell y'all, my viewers and all, I got my grandson here, Quincy. So he's hearing this whole story. So I just wanted you guys to know I do have my grandson here. So this is a little bit of history that he's hearing. He may not know it right now, but it's gonna hit him in the future. He's gonna remember some of these stories.
You read about somebody in your life, but to believe it is for real.
You were talking about history today? Oh man. So Dorothy, how far did you get?
10th.
You got to the 10th? And after you left school, where did you go?
I went to Houston.
Oh, you moved to Houston, Texas. Okay, because I know you're familiar with down here.
Mm-hmm.
So what makes you familiar down here on Henderson?
Well, I was married.
Okay. And when you got married, your family, the family was here. Did your family?
You know the Nelson.
Yeah. So how old were you when you got married?
16.
16. Oh, yeah, we did get married young. I can't say nothing either. Yeah. So, yeah. So when you went to Houston.
I stayed down here for 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Now I went to Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
And then I come back on here. I stayed down here for 4 years, and then I left here, and then I went to Houston. I left my husband and got divorced. I stayed with him for 4 years.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that was it.
Oh, okay then. And you and CJ met long.
Yeah,
after
a long
that.
time ago.
After that.
Mm-hmm.
So when you for some reason you came back to your roots. You came back to the country. What made you want to come back here?
Well, I don't. Me and you met up in Lake Poverty and them.
Yep, after you come back from Houston.
If I come back from Houston, we met up in Lake Poverty in
67,
68.
In 1968? That's where you met him at?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I had been known though.
Yeah, because you guys, how did you know him?
I know the path. His daddy drove the school bus
Sure did.
to
Yeah.
school. And Rhoda May, Maxine was my classmate.
Yeah, I forgot all about that part. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And all of that, I was in school together.
Well, let me ask you this. Name your sisters and brothers in line. Can you name them? Can you name all your sisters and brothers?
For the lie,
You can just name them. Remember which one? Name your sisters and brothers.
Mamie,
Mm-hmm.
I got a sister that's 96 years old. Ain't she 96 living?
Yeah.
Where's she at?
In Outdoor.
Okay. Wow, that would be a nice story for me if she
Sure will. And she can talk good too.
Really?
Yes,
y'all, Dorothy gonna be riding with me. Finna load up my truck. We going there one day. Is she living on her own?
Yes, she's living.
On her own. I mean, is she in her own home?
Mm-hmm. In her home, but her sons live with her.
Okay, so
But they is cool though. My
okay,
nephew is cool.
we're gonna do a story on that one because she got a lot to tell, don't she?
Yeah, let me go get her picture.
Yeah, dude, show me the picture.
Let me buy it back.
Show me that picture.
Where you were born at? You were born in
I was born in Seattle, Washington. Yeah, and I ended up coming to the country. Sometimes I wish I would have. Well, I thank God now that I'm here, but we didn't know about chopping cotton until we moved here because you had to work here. In Seattle, we didn't have to. Kids, you didn't have to worry about you bring the city kids to the country and you ain't got no school
Yeah,
clothes.
I
Ain't got
remember
no
when your
school
mama
clothes. You got to
was- I
work.
remember when she went to Seattle.
Yeah, man. It was an adjustment for us.
Yeah.
You know, at
You didn't
13.
never know Rogers, huh?
The Rogers?
Roger Jackson, the one that guy she was with.
No, but Roger was on her arm. She had a tattoo on her arm when she died.
Mm-hmm.
Who was Roger? I want to know that because
That was an old man.
where did he come from?
They made up
Maybe
about
you need to
Vegas.
go in the kitchen. You will see her my better.
Here,
They
Quincy.
made up
Y'all, let
about
me,
Vegas after
Wait a
him.
minute.
y'all, I be, let me show you guys this.
Go in there. You can see it.
This is the one that's 96 years old.
96 years old, still getting around.
We're going to do a story on her. Y'all, my battery getting low. Let me put on another camera. But anyway, we were talking about her sister that was 96 years old. Let me see that one. Her sister that 96 years old. Well, you guys seen a clear shot earlier, but I need that other one. Okay, look. Hold that one. Now we got a picture of CJ. This is CJ. That one is CJ right here, y'all. Now, his wife Dorothy just showed me a picture of his daddy. His daddy is right there in the middle, the man sitting down. Was he a school teacher? Your granddaddy.
That's my granddaddy.
Your grandfather. Of his grandfather, right there in the middle, right there. He used to be a school teacher. Okay. Also, I wanted to ask you all, what was your hardest winter? Do you remember one hard winter of farming? Do you remember the hardest one?
No, I sure don't gonna tell you all of them was hard. Back in the wintertime, we were farming ships. You don't see no snow. This time of year, snow be knee deep. On the ground out there, knee deep.
Where, here?
Yeah. Yeah. Snow be up there, up to your knees. Back in the 50s.
And now we don't even see snow.
No, I don't hardly see it in the 50s, yeah. Snow would be 3 feet deep.
So, but it wasn't, you guys didn't have to do nothing to the land at this time of the year, though.
No, not this time.
So you guys had what did y'all do with that break time? What did y'all do for the break, like in between now? What did you do for the break? What happened when you wasn't farming?
We wasn't farming. We was always doing something. Cutting wood, cutting trees.
Canning. Dorothy, did you do canning?
Yeah, canning. Yeah. Making our own food.
Making potato pot. Putting potatoes in the ground, saving for. Oh, we made it.
This time
We were
of year,
busy.
Most of we were chopping. Well, no, we were mostly did all the chopping wood. And then for the
Killing
one,
house,
we cut up wood for the whole one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but this time of year, we were doing. I want to tell you, we were doing some kind of work.
And how many cows did y'all have?
We had quite a few cows. One
Did
time,
you?
Once upon a time, we had 4 milk cows.
Mm-hmm.
4 or 5. We had milk.
And them cows was right back there.
Right back there. Right, that was the barn where to move this house sitting there. That used to be the barn sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Look like that barn down there where you see that barn down there, the wine.
The wine,
down there
yes.
by the bridge.
I'm going to go get that.
That
That's the
lady-
only barn left, ain't it?
Yep.
No, it's another one over here.
Early now.
Earl, no.
It's
Speed and them live in that house now. Speed and them, you got on up. It's a barn back there in the back.
It is.
Well, Speed, up there from Tony Mitchell house.
Yeah.
No, was Speed and them house. No, that barn back there in the back.
The barn back in the
That
back.
barn. I thank you guys for telling me that. I forgot about that. I need to go see that.
Yeah, which is.
The barn still back there.
That barn still back there. And I'm gonna go. I gotta go to Jerry Wine and
Earl used to have that barn back there. He must be done told down.
Barn been towed down. Yeah, they might have built another old shack back there, but they barn been towed down. That way it had hay, corn. We store our corn, cotton seeds, corn, hay. And we just go around up in there and play.
And then the mules was in there too with the cow.
The mule was in the pasture, yeah. It was a big pasture. But they had freedom of about 3 or 4 acres of land to roam.
So when they built the project houses, did they build the barn with the project houses?
Yeah, that was all built at the same time.
Oh, okay then.
The barns and the houses.
Okay
and
then.
The chicken house.
And the chicken houses were back there with the barn.
No, it was there back. The chicken house was right there where.
Ain't Annabelle used to have a bus?
Yeah.
Used to be a bus right there? Oh, okay, her bus did used to. Yeah. Yeah. Y'all, I keep saying Ain't Annabelle because this is my first cousin.
Had the house, barn, and the chicken house.
Okay. Ooh, sneeze. Excuse me. So once again, let me see where I was, because I'm just trying to picture this stuff. And with the barn and chicken houses, all those pictures got burned up, so we can't see any of those, huh? So they don't have any kind of pictures of that. I wish they did, but I will show y'all some of the property on some still pictures for the next.
I had some pictures of the wine barn.
You did?
And Dick Wiggins barn down that road down there, but they all got burned up.
So you mean tell me they gave you 40 acres with woods, a barn? They didn't give you nothing. They didn't give y'all nothing.
No.
I need to quit saying that they gave you. No, they didn't give you nothing. You didn't. No, they didn't give you nothing.
You had to work for that land.
You had to work, and you guys had to work really hard for that land.
So we gave you 40 acres and 2 mules.
And that's when they gave you the barn. Did they put the project houses out here then?
The house was built when the barn was built. Barn, chicken house, and the house.
And so when you got your money at the end of the year, they got extra money. So y'all didn't even really have no money.
No, we didn't get no money. Our kids didn't.
No, the grown-up didn't either when you really look at it, because they wasn't making no money at the end of the year.
They wasn't making no money. They wouldn't give me no money. That was a big lie.
So when you guys did get paid, did you guys ever have a joyful time with any of the money? Did your mom and them take you to town, or did y'all do what?
We went to town. Yeah, we went to town. We went to a fair. They needed to have a carnival fair here down here. It was a big one, so they don't call it a carnival because it was huge. That's where everybody went to.
Here in Henderson Project?
Yeah, everybody.
Really?
No, they had the fair down there at Tallulah.
Tallulah. Yeah.
All that land was the fairground.
Oh, that's what fairground get it from.
Yeah, that was the fairground.
Never knew that. I'm gonna take y'all through Tallulah because I forgot. I didn't even realize that.
That was the fairground. All that land, all the apartments, all the way up to 65 was the fairground. Yeah, nothing but big empty space. And it come once a year. Carnival come, smaller version come twice a year.
And your mom, with mostly all the kids, let's say about 10, 13 kids, was there with you, right?
Yeah. 10, somebody along there.
About 10 kids, so they had to get them in a car. That's when we didn't have seatbelts.
Yeah, we used to ride down there in a wagon. When it first started, we first go to the fair, we would ride in a wagon.
What kind of wagon?
With the horses pulled. They're like the one you see on
on Little House on the Prairie?
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah. They had the horse pull in the wagon. We put hay on there to sit on and play. We have a hay ride all through, during some summertime. Ride different places on a wagon. And
so when I'm going to Tallulah, Louisiana, all that was gravel road? That wasn't on top of
dirt road.
It was dirt road?
It wasn't dirt road out there. If you had a car, you leave your car out there on the highway. But see, actually, when I was around 6, 7 years old, the highways out there was dirt road, was a gravel road. That was gravel. Wasn't no people had no cars. And so you had to ride the wagon and mule. You couldn't get out. You couldn't drive no car down here. There was a dirt road.
And how long did it take you guys from here? Because I take the viewers and stuff going to Tallulah with me. So back then on that dirt road, it took a while to get to town, didn't it?
Oh yeah, it took you half a day.
Huh?
Just about a half a day at a certain time of the year. With a mule and wagon.
And that's
It'll take you about 4 hours.
4 hours to get from here to Tallulah, which don't take us but what 20 minutes now. Yeah, times have really changed since.
Oh,
since
yes.
Wow,
Yes.
I'm just sitting here and amazed. I probably should have sat here and took a dose of this before I heard some of this stuff because I'm just amazed.
When we were little, my dad had a wagon just like the one they have on Wagon Train.
Yeah.
And they had the cover over it.
You guys had that?
Yeah, what they call it a cot. It wasn't that big.
Mm-hmm.
But it was big enough to haul the kids to school. Haul his kids to school. They had a horse.
Wow.
They had a horse. They pulled the cot. They called it a cot.
And you all didn't have to, so did they take y'all to school? No, you guys had to walk to school. Didn't you have to walk over to Henderson?
My brother and them, they had the horse and the puller to ride them to school.
Oh, so they did pull you to school?
Yeah, but we did walk to school too.
Oh, yeah.
The time that wagon and the horse died. So we walked. we walked to school.
I ain't lying. So you walked to school when the horse died? What did y'all do? Have to wait on another horse to be?
No, we didn't get there nothing.
So then you had to walk to school?
Walk to school, yeah.
Mm.
That horse died. It was a long time. My brothers and them, they grew up going to school when they moved to Henderson Project.
Mm-hmm.
And they would ride a buggy, called it a buggy,
Mm-hmm.
a horse carriage. And that's what they was, had a little heater in there.
What kind of heater would you have in there?
Had a wood heater.
In the little, wait, in
Yeah.
the wagon y'all had a heater in there.
Yeah, we had a pipe run up to keep the smoke from getting up in there.
I'm so glad to hear this. You know, if I didn't know any, I wouldn't believe this. You know, you see it on TV, but you never seen it.
Just like the house on the pier, riding in a little cot.
Wow, that's great.
I was too small, young to ride. I rode in it, but I wasn't going to school in it. When I come along, and it was over with. The carriage.
Them carriages, yeah, they were kind of, they kind of got outdated. But then you guys would go. So your horse had to live. Wait, who carried you? The horse or the mule carried you to the fair?
The mule.
The mule carried you to the fair?
I pulled the wagon, yeah. And they had mules on the wagon. Some people that had horses to put in the cart, their wagon.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys never got stopped or pulled over for nothing on that road?
No. No, you get stuck.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm going to ask you about. What did you do for a spare tire, a spare rim?
What the iron wheel that be breaking?
Iron wheel.
Fix it right there.
So y'all had extra spare parts for to fix it right there?
Yeah.
So you did have.
Yeah, the axle bike brake is made out of, wood, for both of us. Wood that would break, you can fix it right there on the spot.
That's what I was telling. I don't want to get on that subject. I'm gonna move off. I don't want to get on. But I wanted to say these kids don't know what they got now.
Like Alex Haley, that movie. He wrote that book. That was before my mom and daddy.
Mm-hmm.
From that book, some of it brought on up to date.
Mm-hmm.
But that was a real life picture.
A real life. That's almost like Roots was really a.
Yeah, that's
really.
That's the way it really was.
Mm-hmm.
At the time, it was white man raping black women, people working in fields and things. We had crosses burning in the yard.
And whose yard?
Our yard.
This yard right here, you have crosses?
Yeah, Booker T and them did, your granddaddy did too. They would set crosses fire in their yard. Yeah. Wake up the next morning. Wake up here during the night, Vigilant used to ride through here. Horses. Terrorizing people, throwing bombs.
Mm-hmm.
dynamite. So, you know, just arresting people.
And was there anybody here that got hurt while you were growing up that they did something wrong to?
Yeah, some people got hurt. We didn't ever get hurt.
Who do you know anybody?
People that got hurt, they all dead. I couldn't.
I mean, did you know anybody that was some kin to somebody that? Well, what was the incident that happened? Do you know of?
No, it's about, you know.
I mean,
no, nothing. They got whooped on the farm and different things.
They whooped them back. So that was, see, I had never seen that, but I got a living witness, and you sitting here.
Oh, yeah.
People used to, they would put people.
We went to jail. Well, I wasn't. It was claimed that I was the cause, was the fault of it. My brother and them called some people on the telephone and cussing them out. And with white people. I went to jail for 90 days.
You went to jail for 90 days?
For 90 days. For a new verbal language, calling, cussing people out. And
it wasn't you?
No. My brother said it was me. See, I put him up there because he was afraid.
So your mom really went through something. And Annabelle and your daddy had to live through that.
Yeah.
As for, well, let me,
They threatened to hang us. Threatening to hang us and everything. They need to lock black people up on telegram poles. That's for the hell of it.
They lock them up on telegram poles.
Lock them and handcuff them to a telegram pole. And put the handcuff chains on them and hook it to the telegram pole, lock it.
And you seen this?
Yeah. Yeah, I seen all that.
And how long, it was a lot of times y'all seen people people's child on a pole?
Yeah.
Chained up?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was back in the 50s.
So they would be out there in the wintertime too then, huh?
Yeah. They'd be out there in the wintertime.
And I bet there's a lot of black people that got killed for nothing.
Oh, you betcha.
Out here, and people's children, you know. I got to do another story with the cemetery related to this one.
Oh, there's a lot of that didn't happen. When shit you can do, nothing you can do about it. You couldn't fire no charges on no white man.
Yeah, you couldn't do it back. You couldn't do it then.
You'd get put in jail trying to fire charges on the white man.
So, Dorothy, have you seen any bad stories along like that too, with on a pole and stuff like that too? Did you see any of that, or because you was in the city area?
No, but I see this one night. I was in bed asleep, and this white man came in the house and was feeling over me. And I hollered and told my dad, and he bust out the house. And when I seen him, and when I said that was him, did you know they called me a lie?
Who did? Your mama and them? Oh, the white people.
Folk. I was around about 12. Yeah, they called me a lie. And they didn't do nothing to him.
So how did you get your family to know about this? How did you get them to, you screamed and hollered?
Yeah, I screamed and hollered.
And they seen them leave out the door?
Yes. My daddy seen it. And my daddy, they was kill my poor daddy.
They what?
They was kill my dad if he had instead of protest against him.
Yeah, they probably would have killed him, and he knew he had a family. And
pursued it.
Yeah, if he would have pursued it, the family would have been worse. Things are totally different now. I gotta thank the Lord for this.
And this, white man feeling of it, I scream and holler. Yeah, because my daddy was gonna kill him. My daddy got that gun. And when he was running across that field, my daddy shot at him.
He did?
Yeah.
So you knew that man's face that came into your house?
I know his face.
Wow. And they were going to deny it because...
Pick him out.
Yeah.
It's a lot of stuff that happen. Nobody can do nothing about it.
And it's a lot, the generation now is dying out, and nobody know these stories. We just go by a lot of stuff we see on TV, but not the real stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
The ideas is not just stuff. That I was, I'm just speaking of, that I seen with my own eyes. They shot at my brother and his friend. So run, nigga, run, nigga, run.
Really?
Yeah. They ran out across the field and hid.
And they shot at it. Shooting at it. You know that.
Nothing happened about that. We know told who it was.
Yeah, and you guys knew who it was. But then again, you guys, let me ask you guys,
They didn't find no charges on them.
but was you guys protected too to a certain extent? Was y'all protected? If something should happen, you guys would be protected for you guys self?
No, we had no law on our side.
Nah. Remember, CJ, I told you about that man coming out of the house.
Yeah. Nope. Wasn't no protection.
Feeling that was good.
And, like some other white people know you well, and they'll speak up for you. Stuff like that.
That's about it. Yeah.
They'll speak up for you, but they wasn't gonna go too far.
Nah, they wasn't going to go.
Was all black people down here poor? Or did you have any black people that was more well off than the other black people down here?
No, except one, Watson Sanders was kind of, he had a store, and he was getting along better than most of them.
That's up there in that curve, wasn't it?
No, right up there where Bo Niger lived at.
Oh, that was a store right there?
Yeah, it was a store. You know what?
Yeah, right
What
there.
that trailer was?
Yeah, I know, because that house is still there.
Oh, that was the trailer was. That was the store was.
Okay,
And
yeah.
that was Watson Sanders' house that they still understand and they're living there now.
Yeah. I kind of remember that now. That people mentioned it because Miss Sanders, she was the one that.
Watson Sanders. The guys, Golden Guy, and they, they seemed like they were more well off, but they wasn't. They were poor.
They were poor just like everybody else, but what made you think that?
They just had the name. They had the store.
Yeah, and that.
And he made a little more money then. And he got out to some money back then when we first got the project houses out here. Because he was into some kind of something. He went along there and he got paid for it. Yeah.
That's amazing. They let you guys. I guess they let you guys get only so far. But I guess when you were small, it wasn't a lot of murdering going down here with a lot of.
Murders down here.
Yeah, wasn't nobody killing. They didn't really.
No, nobody killed nobody down here.
Nobody got hung or anything.
No.
Just mostly chained to a pole or something.
Yeah, right. Put in jail.
Yeah, I want to know
all this homicide that ever happened on Henderson Project was when the white man moved in.
What do you say? What are you saying about that? What are you trying to say?
He killed somebody. Was standing up there next to May's trailer, that brick house up there.
May who? Or
That big house.
Joe's sister.
Kathy's house.
Kathy. Well, Kathy lived
The
there.
white folks
And
lived
the
there.
brick house over next door.
Yeah, right there.
That's why a white man killed another white man.
Oh, so they kill each other.
Yeah. One guy, he was married to this woman, but dad broke up. And the guy that she had for an old man, she got him to kill her ex-husband. That's the first homicide that ever happened on the Henderson Project.
Really? So the white killed the white, and it wasn't a black person that got killed.
Wasn't a black person in there. First homicide and only homicide.
And that was next to Kathy Davis.
Yeah, that brick house up there next to Kathy Davis trailer.
What kind of house was that? That was a wooden house back then.
Yeah, back then, it was a wooden house, yeah.
Well, I'm gonna try to make everybody familiar with what we're looking at, so then I can show them about what a first homicide happened out on Henderson Project. I gotta go look at that, and I gotta go look at the project houses. This is one. I get a picture of this. And then I gotta go to the barns. What else is down
Oh, wait a minute. No, it did happen. Something did happen.
What happened?
Hurricane, that house where Kathy and them saying that it got burned down.
Kathy, a lot is, and it got burned down?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was his dad-in-law. He shot his dad-in-law house before they got one up in it. He went to prison for that. That sure was.
Wait, but that was a black man that went to prison. So he shot his father-in-law?
Set the house on fire while they was in it.
Why did he do that?
I don't know.
I heard of a cage. Was it some cage?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Some reason he couldn't run into money or something. I don't know exactly what it was.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna speculate. I don't know exactly what it was. But there's some people around here that know.
That was black on black right there.
Yeah.
And white on white. But you never seen nobody get killed with white and black.
No.
It was just a lot of abuse and everybody just did what they say
Yeah,
do.
right.
Oh, okay then.
Before somebody got shot, was a white man killed a white man.
You know what? You guys did really good to say that. I don't know how big Henderson Loop is. Do we know how big Henderson Loop is? How many? I don't know how many.
Another loop from you know what that gin is up there?
Yeah, Sahama Gin.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It just come from around that road to this road around and
And make it round.
make a loop. Yeah.
Oh, so it go. Oh, it come. Oh, Sahama goes.
Start
Henderson
right
start. Uh-huh.
And come on around to this road, Henderson. That's why they call it Henderson Loop.
Yeah, but they called it Henderson. You know, they call it Henderson Project because it was a project.
Yeah.
And I never did. I tell people
Yeah.
when I'm from the city, you know, when you come from the city or people from the city, where do you stay at? Oh, I stay on Henderson Project. That's before we got Loop. Remember Henderson?
Yeah.
And I say Henderson Project is a project that they did for black people. And once again, I got to change this again. I ain't going to say gave them nothing. They didn't give them nothing. You know, they say it was a project. We're going to give you 40 acres in a mule. No, they didn't give you nothing. You had to work for that.
You worked hard for that.
They never got it. And you paid for something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you never got it.
And you know what gets me right now? And I don't mean to even try to get off the subject a little bit. Is that your parents worked really hard for this land.
Yeah.
And then you give it up.
You give it up. Yeah.
And you guys, like you all
Some
blew
people
up
just-
stumps and everything to get this
Right,
land.
Right, and all this land, yeah, mostly woods, and then mostly not a white man got it.
You got mostly all of it back, right back in their hand. They never gave it to us anyway.
They
So,
never had it in the first place.
wait a minute, what other? But how old was you when your dad started driving school bus? He got paid. He was also a bus driver. Okay. He was you were 9 when he was. So he had some other source of income.
Yeah.
And your mom was just Aunt Annabelle was just a wife and mother. Yeah.
What could she do with all them kids?
Yeah, I know. Aunt Annabelle probably didn't see her feet for years.
She worked it.
Mm-hmm.
You think about now, you ain't got but 2 or 3. How much work you do in the house? Boy, it's a work.
Jeez. I wonder, was it that much work compared to? I think everybody had a something to do. It was something that made it.
Yeah.
You had chores to do. It was easier. It seemed like it was easier. They knew not to put down. They knew to pick up.
Right.
They're totally different from these kids now, where these kids are put down and not pick up.
Yeah.
But back then, your mom and them wanted a clean house. If they left to go to town and came
You
back,
had to clean up.
yeah.
You had to work. You had to work. My mom worked the butt off to keep that going.
And also, you guys had gardens.
Yeah. You had to keep, it take work to keep garden.
Which one was the hardest, the garden or was it the farmland? Both of them.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, how many acres did y'all have?
The garden was kept up just like the farm was kept up.
Because you guys had to go from one field, come back over there, and then have to do some work out there in the garden.
In the
The
garden.
garden was your food.
But yeah, was your lifeline.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And they came food for the winter. And
Man.
Things all get together and just start.
But that serpent and them biscuits were good, though. I know it
Yeah.
was. And then when
We made our own meal.
Mhm.
We made a little flour. Most of the only thing we bought was flour
mm-hmm.
and sugar.
You got your sugar, and you say you had to get a little bit of flour when y'all went to town. Is that the way you did it?
We bought the flour, but and sugar. But the rest of it, we had to do it by hand.
What about your meat?
Well, we had cow killed. We killed hogs every year.
Mm-hmm.
Cow, we had cows to kill. We get some calves and things,
Goats.
and then they go. Goats. We had plenty of that.
Wait a minute, if you kill goats, how did y'all keep that meat for the whole year?
Cured.
What
Oh.
you cure it. You cure most of your meat. And you're salting it down, putting salt on it and cure it.
Mm-hmm.
But now people don't know that.
They don't know nothing about that. I know about
curing.
curing. I've seen it before where
You
you...
kill that meat in the ham, the best ham you want to eat.
And they stay fresh for...
Yeah, you kept them in a box.
Mm-hmm.
And you put a box in the ground kept it cool. And you do all your potatoes, you build a pump house.
Mm-hmm.
Up on a big hill and put hay down there and put your potatoes and things down there and they keep all the year.
So you guys had a pump house right here too?
Yeah.
Mm.
We built that themselves, but they done built them things themselves. Build a big pile of dirt, pile it up and build, your house and cover it up. And that's why you go in there and call your potato house. Go in there, put your stuff in there and keep it.
And it would stay cool and then...
Stay cool and wouldn't rot.
Even in the summertime, huh?
Salt wasn't gonna let no
Sure, yeah, you right.
Wasn't gonna get on with no salt. Mm-mm.
And you know what? There was a lot of salt going on there, and then people lived to get old.
Yeah, we ate a lot of salt too, but they lived and got old.
I know, isn't that amazing?
Yeah, it's the day what's happening and what they put in there.
Ain't that crazy?
Yeah.
And they got the meat sitting in salt, marinated in salt, and we lived through it, but now we can't live because they got all this other stuff going on in the meats.
Right.
So it was survived. It was better back then than it is
Better.
now.
We ate better than everything else.
Mhm.
The food we had, shit.
That's
Yeah,
he used to me.
I can help that.
He used to me.
It
Don't.
pops out.
He used to me. Yeah, man. So having all that last you y'all put it in at what time of year would you guys start canning?
We got start canning. We can in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
We can all through the summer.
Mm-hmm.
And we have bundles of food.
Yeah, purple hull peas, butter beans.
Butter beans, okra, we canned all of that. Tomatoes. We didn't have to buy no canned goods. We had plenty of food. We had plenty of food, but we stored up for all the one of the summertime. They canned that stuff when the garden, produce.
Mm-hmm.
And hog, we usually kill a hog, a cow, and around November, October, November, kill them. So we kill them. You kill so many a year. We kill hogs, and that'll last us the whole year. We kill around about 4 hogs and a cow.
And that'll last
a whole year.
But everybody on Henderson Project came together too, though.
Yeah, they pulled together. Yeah, they pulled together.
And you had a lot of families here that pulled together.
Yeah, most people on their project when they first moved, that's how they survived, pulling together, working together. And this guy here ain't got through with his farm. Some of them didn't even have a mule.
Mm-hmm.
And the other people, when they get through with theirs, they go work a day in your field, work a day in this field, work a day in this field, work a day in each other's field.
Now that is...
They crop the things out. They help one another.
Mm-hmm.
And,
it's totally different now. And that the generation has, they're dying out.
They want to see the other down. I hope they try to pull them down.
Mm-hmm. And it's happening. It really is.
Mm-hmm.
But let me ask you this. Did everybody come together to do Purple Hulls? Or was that a good time when you guys when you look back at that life with Purple Hulls and everybody came together and did shell peas and butter meat? Wasn't that kind of fun? You look back at it.
You enjoyment. You got enjoyment out of hard work.
Yeah, you did.
But you managed to have a good time. Big Halloween parties. Everybody got together around here.
Oh, wow. So the black people were more stronger together back then.
Together.
Yeah.
They practiced and preached that song, Together you stand and divided you fall.
And that's what they taught y'all down here on Henderson. Y'all stuck together
Right.
with doing everything. So all these women would get together and
Can.
and sit there and chit chat
They
and
quilt, they make the go.
yeah, I remember Miss Goodall.
And then this and him, what you did, your house. Some of them didn't have the quilting machine where they make them. They
Mm-hmm.
don't know how to make them, man, but people stuck together.
Yeah, I remember a little bit about quitting with Miss Goodall. If it's true, let me know. Tell me what your mama would make y'all out of. Would she use old clothes?
Old clothes, old clothes, they just got torn regular. They cut them up in pieces
And make some more stuff out of it.
Yeah.
Dorothy, did you ever quilt?
Yes.
Did you? Oh my God! So you made plenty of quilts too, then?
Mm-hmm. I know how to make them.
Yeah, and they sold it together. They were much heavier back then.
Yeah, they
oh,
make
yeah.
They're not nothing now.
You get you quilting put
Nah.
on your bed.
You a woman.
You make our own sewing machine now.
Mm-hmm.
I got one. I got to finish up. I ain't got no sewing machine.
She knows how to quilt.
Your mama?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Miss Goodall, before she
Yeah,
passed, she
yeah.
used to have me to come thread her needle because she was quilting before she died. She was 90.
Yeah.
She was almost 100 years old. And I wish I would have got one of those quilts from her before
Yeah.
she passed, because she used to say, God, you need one. But at that time, no, ma'am. Now I wish I would have grabbed one.
Yeah, time I just tack
Remember
them.
what made
Yeah, what was it? Your batting? Is it to tack them or they cut them out in square? You got one?
Wait a minute. Let me get by. Let me see.
Okay.
You go, you be tagging them, tag them, and
Yeah, and
some of them had
the batting and
the machine they made.
yeah.
But sometimes that was voice.
Well, but sometimes they didn't have the machine, did they? So they had to
A lot
cut.
of people didn't have them. My mother had one. There's a few people down that probably had one.
And then if they didn't have one, did the women get together here and do them?
They get together here, come and she's show them how to do it and help them with it.
Them was some strong black women back then, man.
Boy.
Them was some strong women. Them women, anytime you
I
can put
started
dinner
this
on.
one
And,
here, round about 10 years ago.
okay, come over here right here with it.
And I
Let me see.
ain't finished it.
Oh, you started about 10 years ago on that one?
Yeah.
You did this one with the sewing machine, huh?
Sewing machine.
Mm-hmm. Let me see that one.